Stand by, St. Louis, for action.
LTV.
All-Star Wrestling. Hi again, everybody. Welcome to another exciting edition of All-Star Wrestling. I'm Kevin Wall. This week, we are welcoming a very special man to our All-Star Wrestling crew, and that is, of course, a longtime Midwest favorite, Bill Morris. And Bill, this week on All-Star Wrestling, first off, we're going to get a look at a guy by the name of One Man Gang, and this gentleman is an awesome physical specimen.
This is a guy that lives up to his name. He's 6'9". He weighs in at 460 pounds. They're comparing him now around the circuit to Andre the Giant. You know how imposing he is. Well, One Man Gang is what his name implies.
And also on this edition of All-Star Wrestling, we're going to get a look at two wrestlers vying for the top spot in the Central States area. We're talking about Tiger Mask and T.G. Stone. That should be a tremendous matchup. Also this hour, we're going to get a look at the rivalry, and it is the ultimate rivalry, the Grapplers against Ron Ritchie, who seems to have found a partner that he likes very much, and that is Ted Oates.
The Grapplers were throwing Oates past against him a little bit in some television interviews we did earlier in the week, and I think Ted is really ready for them. He'd take them both on by himself, but Ron has given this fire and the imagination that they can come out, and I think you're going to see one heck of a tag team match.
Plus this hour on All-Star Wrestling, you're going to get a look at an exciting young wrestler. We're talking about Bruce Reed. It's all coming up on All-Star Wrestling, and we'll be back with our first match of the hour right after this.
This event is one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Your referee, Sonny Myers. Introducing from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing 227 pounds, Tommy Rogers. His opponent from Portland, Oregon, weighing 248 pounds, Scott Ferris.
Well, now, Bill Morris, we get a look at Tommy Rogers, young man who is looking to the top of the wrestling world. And, of course, Scott Ferris, former Pacific Coast heavyweight wrestling champion.
Calls himself the pride of Oregon.
And, indeed, he is. You talk to people up in the great Northwest, and while he is not exactly a crowd favorite, he has been a champion, and that's what promoters around the country look for. And now Scott Ferris having a couple of words with referee Sonny Myers. And what a win this would be for Tommy Rogers against a ring veteran like Scott Ferris. And here comes Rogers. And Scott Ferris thinking better of going right after Tommy Rogers.
Wants to have a little discussion with the referee. He had his foot over this bottom rope over here. Oh, looks like he got ripped across the eyes.
And now being warned about that closed fist. And Scott Ferris doesn't like it at all. Still to come on this hour, we're going to get a look at a young man who has made a big mark in the wrestling world, and we're talking about Bruce Reed. Bruce Reed, you have seen him here on All-Star Wrestling before, but you're going to see him as you've never seen him before. Oh, Tommy Rogers with that boot to the midsection. And if you're going to beat Scott Ferris, you got to beat him this. You cannot beat him with finesse. It is very difficult to beat Scott Ferris with finesse. You got to just come after him. And people like Buzz Tyler will tell you that. They say, hey, you can't fool around with this guy.
You have to overpower him, get him by brute force, but there it backfired on him.
Oh, that body slam, knee drop across the throat, gets a 2 count.
Whoa.
And but look at Rogers.
Hold him up short. Had those fists out, get a little warning from the referee.
And now,
going into that traditional referee hold.
There's a headlock. Twisting that head of Tommy Rogers. Oh, and down goes Rogers. Ferris goes after it again. Drop down. And look out. Nice reversal by Scott Ferris. And he again comes down with that knee drop. Count is 1. And now the leg over that second ring rope.
That knee hit Tommy right on the jaw. Didn't catch that shoulder. Went right on the jaw first. A little spin. Ooh.
Well, Rogers in trouble now. Tommy barely kicks out, gets a 2 count. This is what Scott Ferris does so well. He goes right after an opponent. He rarely, if ever, lets up.
Well, he takes those kind of holds that pull the air right out of you, and that what weakens the opponent. Then when he slams him down, now he's got him on that bear hug way up in the air. Tommy's suffering now.
Sonny Myers was asking if Tommy Rogers had it up. 2 quick fists, and that stunned Scott Ferris. That really stunned Scott Ferris. Nothing fancy there. Ferris sends Tommy Rogers off those ring ropes. Oh! Down he goes. Let's see if he gets it. 1, 2.
Nope.
Nope.
Taking its toll on Scott, too, though. Now, this is the kind of stuff that really pulls the energy out of a man when he has to lift somebody up and then to throw against the rings, too.
Scott Ferris with Tommy Rogers up over that ring rope. Up he goes. Oh! Solid shoulder to the midsection.
Yeah, awesome. Right to the base of that spine.
And now Scott Ferris saying, come on, boy. And Rogers with a fist to the midsection. Another. And right now, Scott Ferris getting more than he asked for from Tommy Rogers. Another fist. Nothing fancy here. Tommy Rogers, it's payback time for him. And a flying drop kick. Down goes Scott Ferris. And again down he goes. Oh, Tommy Rogers.
He got that third win, didn't he?
Sometimes that's all it takes.
Oh, way up.
And over goes Scott Ferris. And here comes Rogers again, but look out. Oh, down across that top ring rope.
That neck went right into that top ring.
Right across the throat. That might be it. Let's see. He gets a 2 count and a 3 count.
Got it.
Scott Ferris. As Tommy Rogers went once too often after Scott Ferris, it ended up costing him. Scott Ferris, your winner over Tommy Rogers. Coming up next, a look at an awesome physical specimen. We're talking about one-man gang. It's all coming up as All-Star Wrestling continues. You know, when you think about tough, very physical wrestlers, you think of people like Buzz the Avalanche Tyler, King Kong Bruiser Brody, Junkyard Dog. And one name that always comes to mind is a gentleman by the name of One Man Gang, and we have him on videotape.
And he is a gang. He is 6'9". He weighs in now at 460 pounds. He has been tearing up the southern states, and it won't be long before he'll be in the Central States region.
Well, coming up, a match with Frank Leopard against the man they call One Man Gang. Let's go to the videotape.
This next event, 1 fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing first from El Paso, Texas, at 285 pounds, Frank Leopard. His opponent from Chicago, Illinois, at 450 pounds, One Man Gang.
Frank Leopard getting set to move out against the One Man Gang. The One Man Gang, about 450 pounds. He is a giant of an individual and has certainly proven just exactly how awesome he can be when you take a man like Blackjack Mulligan and bust up his ribs the way he did. Of course, any man that could take 5 big splashes by the One-Man Gang and still get up and still be around is something.
That's a lot of intestinal fortitude Blackjack Mulligan has, Gordon. He is a strong, tough man. One-Man Gang is certainly a tough individual. He is so big, and you know, the difference between a big man and a weightlifter a lot of times is just the way a person appears. You know, you look at somebody with a real nice physique, and then you look at somebody like One-Man Gang, who, in my opinion, doesn't have a very nice physique, but nevertheless, he is certainly a very, very powerful man, and he's agile for that size. And, you know, a person like that is just a person with natural athletic ability to be able to pull that much the way he does. And he's punishing this man right now.
He is indeed. You know, the only man I've ever seen get up from the splash that this man delivers is Dusty Rhodes. And that, in my opinion, of course, Dusty is such a phenomenal individual anyway, but he has that capability of reaching down so deep and giving it that great second effort. But he's the only man I've ever seen do it.
Exactly, Gordon. You know, that's exactly what I was talking about, too, being agile for a big man. Dusty Rhodes is certainly a big man, and he's probably the most agile big man I've ever seen in my life. Plays baseball, basketball. I mean, he can play with the best of them. He's just a tremendous athlete, and I'd like to see him and this One-Man Gang square off in the squared circle. I'd certainly like to see that myself.
there's a lot of animosity existing between the one-man gang, Cowboy Ron Bass and Blackjack Mulligan and Dusty Rhodes. And, of course, now with Bass and the one-man gang as the U.S. Tag Team Champions, that was a very distressing turn of events.
Yeah, to me, that's kind of a controversial situation, Gordon. Oh, boy, look at that. All that weight right on that. He had his weight right on his sternum, Gordon, and that's certainly a vulnerable place. All that weight right on his sternum. Did you hear him laying those forearms a minute ago? I mean, they were echoing throughout this building right here.
It appears to me that Mr. Leopard is all but, well, by golly, back on his feet once again. You got to give this man credit.
I think his efforts are in vain. I think, oh my God, I know his efforts are in vain at this point, Gordon.
And that may have caved in some ribs.
Oh, I guess so. Oh my gosh. I don't see how that man's breathing right now.
Just totally annihilated this Frank Leopard. Just completely annihilated. And the one-man gang, the unquestioned victor.
That's right. It could have been San Francisco. It could have been Singapore. But no, sirree, it's St. Louis. And St. Louis, here I come. Gorgeous Jimmy Garvin and Precious at my side. You know, last time I was there, I made short to do business with one old guy. I forgot his name. Bulldog, Hound Dog, Bob something or other. I don't even remember Bob Brown's name or whatever happened. But ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you what's going to happen on the 30th of March. You're going to get a chance once again to see the greatest athlete in the world. That's right, the greatest athlete in the world. And it's not my fault. I was born that way and worked real hard, and it ain't my fault. You're going to get a chance to see not only that, but the greatest looking man that ever walked the face of the earth. And you know, if that ain't enough, man, if that ain't enough, if grease lightning ain't enough for you, listen to this. I heard the news the other day and I jumped out of my chair and screamed because I was so happy. Guess who I'm going to be wrestling? Guess who gorgeous Jimmy Garvin is going to teach some manners to? Chris Adams. Chris Adams. They call you a gentleman. That slimy, no good for nothing, phony Englishman from Biloxi, Mississippi. I've said it 100 times. You're going down. You're going down. Sunshine? No way, baby. I got some good lawyers, man, and they won't be no sunshine in St. Louis on the 30th. They won't be no sunshine. It's going to be gorgeous Jimmy Garvin and Precious against you, Englishman.
Because of the time limit, we join this match in progress. We get a look at the great aerial sensation. We're talking about Tiger Mask as he takes on another wrestler who really aspires to the Central States title belt. And we're talking about T.G. Stone, and Stone with 3 solid fists to the midsection being warned about such tactics by referee Sonny Myers.
The Tiger Mask has been flying around that ring, working on that left arm of T.G. Stone. Hasn't worked it pretty good. He flew off that top ring a while ago, flipped clear over on the ring.
Look at that move.
Look at that one. Did it again, into that turnbuckle.
Let's see, the count is...
Whoa!
And Tiger Mask flies head first into that ring turnbuckle.
Exactly on the beam.
And that hurt.
He may be stunned a bit. And that hard foot didn't help.
Stone going right after Tiger Mask, and this is where T.G. Stone perhaps has an advantage. 2 count. Tiger Mask kicks out.
Tiger Mask just with a little whoa of relief there. He had to get a kick out of that.
Well, most everybody around wrestling will tell you that Tiger Mask, in close, has a difficult time against a wrestler like T.G. Stone. If he's given some space, if he is allowed to work in the air as he likes to do, he can be tough on a guy like T.G. Stone.
Well, he is great on the fly. When he is flying through or in the air, he can grab that arm or grab a head, or he can even grab a leg and take his opponent right down.
But if you work in close against him, as T.G. Stone is doing right now, he's using that size advantage. And Tiger Mask in a bit of difficulty here. He's looking for that second win.
I think he has upset the Tiger a bit with that boot to that shoulder.
And that was a fist. Stone claiming it was an open palm, but it was a fist, as you saw. being worn by referee Sonny Myers. That knee to the jaw of Tiger Mask. And a boot. And Tiger Mask doesn't like it.
He's building up a head of steam now, but there. That borders on a... Look at him quiver, and I don't think it's with pain. He is trying to get that energy out.
Crowd really behind him, and I tell you, that's what's great to see around the Central States area as you watch Tiger Mask perform. The crowds just love him. I have never seen a young man who has elicited such a response from the crowd as this young man here, and we're talking about Tiger Mask. Tiger Mask on his feet. Oh, that elbow to the midsection. And another.
And another. And there he goes.
Down goes T.G. Stone. There's a nice drop down by Stone. Another drop down. Oh, and a knee to the midsection, and Tiger Mask is hurt. That was a solid knee to the midsection.
And there goes a knee to the throat as T.G. Stone puts his full weight on that throat. Puts him in a headlock. It almost, reverse headlock. It almost borders on a choke, but the referee's checking it out close.
Sonny Myers, he knows a choke. He's seen his share in his time.
Oh, I'll say.
He's also given his share.
Sonny. Hey.
Stone.
Applying a lot of pressure. You know, already Tiger Mask is out of breath with that knee to the midsection, and now it's even harder to breathe. Well, he's going to open him up now and bounce him in the jaw a little bit.
That fist now being worn by Sonny Myers. Tiger Mask, the one thing I really like about him is that he is so durable, and he can take a tremendous amount of punishment. There goes Tiger Mask.
There he goes.
Over.
Look at that.
Does he get it? He does. The count is one. The count is two. But Tiger Mask takes a boot, a heel, into his forehead. And Stone coming right back on top of Tiger Mask. 2 count. Oh, he almost got it. And T.G. Stone claiming a slow 3 count. But it was legal.
And bringing that heavy elbow again to the back of the head of the Tiger Mask. Stone pointing to him.
Look at him. He's pointing.
Start counting now.
T.G. Stone, he is brash. Some say he is arrogant. In fact, let's be honest, he's arrogant. But he is a winner.
But he claims he's going to build him a fan club here in the Central States region. He says he's going to win him over.
Well, I tell you, he's got a lot of work to do from the fans we've talked to.
Pulling back on that jaw. A lot of tension there.
Well, look at
Tiger Mask. Look at him. He's slowly recuperating, I think, here. Going to have a little burst of energy.
That's a tough way to recuperate, I'll tell you that.
I know. It's a rough road.
The top of his back, right along the neck area. Top of the spine.
He's getting that heavy breathing in him, just like a tiger would do in the jungle.
Hey, and don't forget, coming up a little bit later on in the hour, tag team action. It'll be the Grapplers against sensational Ron Ritchie and a new partner. We're talking about Ted Oates. And Oates, I tell you, talking about chemistry in wrestling, as in any professional sport, it means so much. And Ted Oates has made Ron Ritchie a probably 150% better wrestler.
They are on the same wavelength, that's for sure. A few years ago, 5-6 years ago, when Ted was wrestling with his brother Jerry, they had a secret match, and I think this is what he's going to put together with Ron.
Uh-oh, look out, T.G. Stone going in for the kill, going for the pin. He gets a 2 count. Not quite.
At 3 is the base.
Stone again claiming it was a bit of an errant 3 count by Sonny Myers. That was a boot to the midsection. Off comes Tiger Mask. Up he comes. Oh, and that hurt.
Landed right on the small of that back. He must have been in the air 8 feet. Came straight down on it. And again, that knee to the chest area, just below the chin. Stone again wants faster count.
I think it was promoter Bob Geigel who put it best. He said, hey, when you're up in the air like that, that's the easy part. Coming down is when you get the wake-up call.
It's that first step to Lulu.
Tiger Mask in a bit of difficulty here. He takes a 2-hander from T.G. Stone. Now, look at him. He just squares off against Stone.
He is coming in for it. He is angry.
That's fist to the midsection.
Yeah, and he's swinging over here. Now, is he going to go the air? He is, but...
Oh, what a move! What a move by Tiger Mask. leapfrog, off the rope. They both come. Oh, that flying clothesline. Down goes T.G. Stone. He goes for the pin. The count is 1. The count is 2.
Stone is still dazed. Caught him full speed, slinging off of that far rope, and just clotheslined it.
And not only was he using Tiger Mask momentum, but his own momentum as he moved into that flying clothesline from Tiger Mask. 2 count, but wait a minute.
Oh, foot on the ring, outside. Stone says we'll change that.
Couple of quick fists. Being warned by referee Sonny Myers. When all else fails, T.G. Stone believes, what the heck, bend the rules, break the rules. And he has done his share. Another two-hander to the top of the back.
I don't see how Tiger manages to stand up under that kind of punishment with the double-barreled fist coming down on the small of the back.
He's trying, look at him,
There he is.
Oh, forearm, and
right across the chop.
T.G. Stone is in trouble. That caught T.G. Stone by surprise. Stone begging for mercy. He gets a boot to the midsection. Here comes Stone into those ring turnbuckles, up and over. Holy Toledo. Look out, Tiger Mask on that second ring rope.
He's going to fly.
Right. He comes with that fist.
Oh. Stone.
T.G. Stone is hurt.
He sees about 6 ropes down.
Stone barely kicks out. And now it is Tiger Mask who is questioning a possible slow 3 count. There's a headbutt from Stone and a fist.
Right to the neck. That headbutt went right square in the middle of the stomach.
T.G. Stone, I think, more than anything, just trying to buy some time.
There's choking. Right forearm right in there. Referee breaking that up.
Now going for the pin. Mask had the better position and was able to kick out.
They're almost to the full time limit now of this match.
We are coming very, very close. Whoops, he swings and misses.
Look.
And down he goes. Tiger Mask with a 1 count, 2 count, and that's all he can get. But Tiger Mask with a tremendous move and a critical mistake. Does he want it on the nose? Yes, and he gets it. Oh, that was a solid left jab.
Flying through the air, about a 4-foot drop.
This time. No.
Nope. But Stone is wobbling.
T.G. Stone is in serious trouble here. Here comes Stone off the flying drop kick. He caught him squarely with that left foot. Count is 1. No.
Oh,
that is it.
Smokes.
No. The time limit has run out. The time limit has run out.
Oh, my
It is a draw. The time did run out.
Got that 3rd count right on the bell.
Well, we will come back as a draw between T.G. Stone and Tiger Mask. Up next, we'll get a very special look at young Bruce Reed. It's all coming up as All-Star Wrestling continues. You know, week in and week out here on All-Star Wrestling, we try to bring you the best of wrestling, not just here in the Central States area, but around the nation and the world. Well, this week on All-Star Wrestling, we get a look at a young man who has wrestled here in the Central States area, and a very popular wrestler at that. We're talking about Bruce Reed, but we're going to get a look at Bruce Reed in a somewhat different way. So let's take a look at the videotape as we get a look at Bruce Reed as you've never seen him before.
People of St. Louis, I am very, very happy to be coming to your town or city for the first time ever. I've heard so much about it that I really, really am looking forward to it. I'm especially looking forward to the fact that I'll be wrestling gorgeous Jimmy Garvin. Now, he's an old foe of mine, and I really, really don't like him. And what I'm going to do, in front of all you people, I'm going to show you what I can do to him, as well as show him once and for all what's going to happen. Now, he stands here and tells me that Sunshine will not be coming into the arena. Okay, well, that's fine. He said he's got some big shot lawyers that have put a stop to it. Well, I'll tell you what, Garvin, maybe you have talked to your lawyers, but I can talk to my lawyers too. And if the end comes to the end, what's to stop Sunshine buying a ticket? And you know what? When she's in that arena, she'll make sure that your tramp Precious will not do anything derogative towards me whatsoever. Because you know I can beat you, Garvin. I've beaten you time and time and time again. And I'll put up any amount of money in front of any amount of people to show them, as well as you, that I can beat you. And you know what? If you didn't have that tramp by your side, you would never have got as far as you've got. So what?
All-Star Wrestling presents the largest...
Ladies and gentlemen, the match is signed. It's signed for right here in St. Louis at Kiel Auditorium. Chief Wahoo McDaniels is going to wrestle Harley Race for the Missouri State title. It's a no disqualification match. And Wahoo Bobby Heenan is Harley Race's manager.
Well, you know, Harley Race might be slipping a little bit if he needs a manager. You know, it's hard for me to believe that a man who's 6'4", weighs 290 pounds, 7, 8, 9 times the world's champion, now the Missouri heavyweight champion, would need a manager to go out and wrestle a poor little Indian boy like me, Wahoo McDaniels. But that's fine, Harley. You know, I don't mind, because a man, I've got to say one thing for Harley Race. I challenged him to a strap match. He came out, he took his punishment. And he didn't like it very well either, because I tell you, I am the master of the strap match. Now, he might be the master of the no disqualification match, but Harley, I know what no disqualification means. That means anything goes. I can do anything you can do. You know, and I'm not just a real small man, you know. Played 10 years of pro football. I've been around and I know what pain and suffering's about. Had to grow up on an Indian reservation. So I am ready. Now, I'm going after the most prestigious belt in that area, the Missouri Heavyweight Championship belt. Harley holds that belt, and I know he's going to do everything he can to keep it. Why you've got the weasel with you, I'll never know. But I want to say one thing. When I come out of that ring, a lot of people boo me and a lot of them cheer me. Whether they're booing me or cheering me makes me no difference, because I'm going to have that Missouri heavyweight belt right around my waist, Harley Race.
Event is one fall with a 60-minute time limit. This is a no disqualification match. Introducing with the combined weight of 491 pounds, the grapplers. Ron Ritchie has not arrived yet. He is en route. Ted Oates has agreed to wrestle the grapplers by himself until Ron Ritchie arrives. Introducing from Columbus, Georgia, weighing 227 pounds, Ted Oates.
Well, this is certainly a bizarre development, and you got to give Ted Oates a lot of credit on sheer guts to go into the ring with these two.
Oh, that's incredible.
That is just amazing. We will await the arrival of Ron Ritchie.
Now, the grappler one, who is usually the spokesman for this duo, and Ted Oates have really got it in for one another.
Well,
and the grapplers right now, I think, are suspecting something devious. Look how they're checking the ringside behind them all around.
well, one thing they don't like the crowd being behind Ted Oates, which it definitely is. Now, one has to look at the strategy. Ted Oates has no one to tag. There is nowhere to run. And it is pretty much an anything-goes situation.
Especially with that no disqualification rule in for this round.
Well, again, Ted Oates agreed to these rules. And he knew this was an ODQ match. There's a drop down by grappler number one. Look out. Oh, Ted Oates. Ted Oates. And he goes after number two.
Got them both out of the ring. Ted was smart. He was going to keep him out of their corner, but then when he popped him down.
Well, Oates trying to hear the crowd, acting as his own cheerleader. We understand from the truck that Ron Ritchie has still not arrived at the building yet. Apparently some travel connections.
Ted's got the crowd with him. They're in the ring with him, and that's going to help him. That's an advantage.
Now the crowd to this point is Ted Oates' partner in the ring with grappler number one.
Ted's going to try to keep him in the center of the ring, or at least to that far side and away from grappler two.
Hey, Bill, you just got to wonder how long it's going to take for the grapplers to go 2-on-1 with Ted Oates.
Slammed him down. That was a heavy one.
Nice move by Oates. And here comes grappler number one. Whoa. I haven't seen him move that fast in months.
Ted is dishing it out, using those ropes. Took a hard body blow. They'll still grabbed him with the flying headlock and flipped him right down. Grappler one says, hold it. Let me out of here. There's the tag.
Well, here comes number two. And again, we stress that you understand number two has the normal set of wrestling boots. And number one wears that orthopedic boot that you see on the right-hand side of your screen. The right foot of grappler number one, that orthopedic boot, some say it is loaded.
Now with a sole of about 2 inches thick, it does make you wonder, but he swears that it is for medicinal purposes.
Here comes Oates. Nice drop down by grappler number two.
Oh.
And down goes Oates. Oh, but grappler number two missed. You could see that one coming. And number two wants no part of it. Number one wants no part of it. And that stunned grappler number two.
Got him on his knees outside the ring. And again, the crowd is taking up the cheer for Ted Oates. Ted took 2 hard blows that time and still recuperated enough to get out of the way.
The one thing you've got to say, and now here comes grappler. Now, wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is grappler number one. Look at the boot on the right foot.
Yeah.
This is grappler number one. It is not grappler number two. The wrong wrestler is in the ring. And I guess now Sonny Myers
caught it.
Sonny Myers, I think, spotted the boot.
And now Sonny, while he's talking to number two.
Now he found it. Now he found it. I don't know whether it's a birthmark or what it is on the back. They make a legal tag, and number one is in anyway. There's a boot to the midsection. And Oates has as grappler number 1 airborne and down. Oh, that knee to the
Right across the top of the head.
Unbelievable.
Incredible. You know, to do that with such accuracy and speed,
5 minutes down.
you've really got to have
He's
your
going
eye
for
on
the
it.
pin. Oh,
Look at that.
Hey, Ted Oates, this match is a match that he's been pointing to for the last week or so as one of the most important in his... Look out. That was a mistake on the part of Ted Oates, and as we said, you'll wonder how long it's going to be till they go double-teaming Ted Oates, and that is exactly what they're doing.
There's the tag, and they did it. Double elbow clothesline right into the throat of Oates. Oates is...
Up over that top ring rope. Normally that's a disqualification.
But
it is not in this case.
Not this one.
This is a no disqualification match. So Ted Oates down on that arena floor.
And now they...
And now look out. They're going to body slam him onto that arena floor. That is hardwood.
And that's number 1. Slammed him down. Body slammed him down.
There is no mat on this arena floor. This is a hardwood basketball surface. And Oates back up into the ring.
Thrown up into the ring by number 1 grappler. Slammed into the ring way in the air. And here comes grappler down. Ooh. That elbow just skimmed the skull of Ted Oates. And that knee slammed right into the back.
Ted Oates is in trouble here. And again, there is no one to tag. Here comes grappler number 1. Double headbutt. A double headbutt. And we see Bulldog Bob Brown up on the...
And the crowd's calling him in to help.
They want him down in the ring. They want the Bulldog down in the ring.
Look at this grappler 2 on the top ring.
Again. And here comes the Bulldog.
That's all the Bulldog can take.
Bob Brown has come up into the ring. And he looks like he is going to be the partner for Ted Oates.
Double pile driver. Each side of his spine jammed
That is
out.
1. That is
There's 2. He got out of it.
He did not get the pin. And the Bulldog, it looks like, is going to be allowed into Ted Oates' corner as his partner.
Now they want to tie him around the corner post.
Look out. Oh, and they wrap that knee.
Slam that knee into it.
The inside of the knee. And here comes the Bulldog. The Bulldog wants after grappler number 1.
And grappler 2 continues to slam that knee into the steel post.
On the far side of the ring. You get a look at Ted Oates.
And another slam. Just wrap that leg around that steel post. Grappler 2 pulling it as wide as he could and then slamming it around that reinforced steel.
Oh, and down goes Ted Oates. Oates is in trouble. He needs to tag somebody. Spinning toe. Look out. Oh, the Bulldog with a fist to the forehead.
Now grappler 2 is working on that same knee they had twisted around that steel pole. But you see that? A punch right to the forehead.
And now they're double teaming. Again, we remind you, no disqualification in this match. That spinning toe hold. That is a submission hold. Let's see. Ted Oates with that right shoulder up off the mat.
The crowd is cheering him on. Go, Ted, go.
Ted Oates
Ted,
just
go.
now realized that Bulldog Bob Brown is in his corner. He just realized he has a partner.
And there's a tag by the grapplers. Buddy Myers counting them. One is out.
2. And again with that spinning toe hold on the left leg of Ted Oates.
The one wrapped so many times around that steel post. Bulldog Bob Brown trying to get in. Wants that tag.
You get a look at the Bulldog left-hand side of your screen. He wants in. Let's see if Ted Oates can get the tag. He cannot. And again, the grapplers.
Again, twisting that leg around. That's had so much punishment all evening long around the steel corner post.
I'll be honest with you, I don't know how much longer Ted Oates can take this.
Ted is going for Bulldog now.
Oh, look at that. A boot to the midsection. And that's done, grappler number 1. Oh, and a knee.
And there goes the tag.
He got the tag. Yes, sir. Here comes the Bulldog. He knocks grappler number 1 taking care of business.
And now he's going to take one and slammed him into the back of number 2 on that far side of the ring.
And again, it is a no disqualification match.
Oates is now giving number 2 a piece of medicine.
Bulldog Bob Brown, who was standing on the stage of this arena, watching the action as a spectator, became a participant. Here comes number 2, swinging a miss. Oh, and look at that. Number 2 is down. This might be it. Oh, but wait a minute. Number 1 loading up that boot. He can't use it. He cannot use it. And Bulldog Bob Brown with a pin of grappler number 2. Meanwhile, all 4 wrestlers in the ring. The match is over, but the action continues. The action continues.
Grappler 2 into that turnbuckle. And into Bulldog.
And now they train
partners. Incredible. Over the top ring, down on that hardwood floor.
And now they've got, look at that, they've got that right boot. They're going to try and take that right boot off.
Kent's going after it.
Going right taking the ring boot. That's grappler number 1. They've got him down. They're taking the laces off the boot.
Number 2 can't get up off the floor. They're going to check it out for sure. Grappler 2 is trying to get off the floor over here. Bulldog got him pinned down.
They want to find out if there is something in that boot. They want to find out. And they're doing just that.
It's almost got all those laces off. Grappler 2 trying desperately to get into the ring. The crowd on its feet trying to see just what the devil is in that boot.
They've got that boot off.
Here it comes. Grappler 2 on that top ring.
Hey, but wait a minute. They've got
it off. Holy smoke. Like a sledgehammer on the top of Grappler 2's head. Grappler 1.
He's loading it up.
And here comes Mr. Oates.
I can't believe it. He used that boot
openly. Right to
on the top of the forehead of Ted Oates. And he's going after Oates again.
Oates is bleeding
They've
now.
opened a cut. Look,
they've got a cut on his forehead, right on top.
This match has gotten out of hand.
And it's getting worse and worse. Look at that cut. It's opened up more across the forehead.
And now
Bulldog has gone crazy now. He's seen that blood. He's going after 2. He's coming out of the ring after Grappler 1.
Well, we're going to go up and get a chance to visit with Ted Oates. Hold on.
Incredible. The Grappler 1 and 2 hustling each other backstage and into the locker room. And there's your winners, Ted Oates and Bulldog. Now remember, next week you've got Hexaw Dugan and Bulldog Bob Brown. More action in a moment.
Stunning upsets that we have seen in recent years here on All-Star Wrestling. We are talking about Ted Oates. Teamed up with Bulldog Bob Brown against the Grapplers, and I think we found out once and for all that indeed that right boot, that so-called orthopedic boot, is loaded.
I'm sure that Ted Oates has got lots to say. I'm not going to take his time, but when I was standing on the stage and I saw how great this young guy was, and all of a sudden 2-on-1 is just too much, and I choose to be his partner, and we won!
I want to say one thing. 10 years ago, me and this man had our differences, but we proved tonight, right here in everybody, that we can beat the Grapplers and they can be beat. I want to say one thing. I think this right here is proof that that boot is loaded. And I'm telling you what, you've never seen Ted Oates upset.
Harley Race, don't go away and don't touch that dial, because there's more All-Star Wrestling coming up right here on the Big 3-0.